right, sure. Hello, everybody. Hope y'all had a good day today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you would like to donate, the information is in the description box. As well as if you would like to partake or receive event session. I don't know why I can't talk right now. But if you would like to receive event session, that information is also in the description box as well. But anyways, this is going to be a collective reading. So take whatever resonate and leave the rest. I'm going to shuffle these cards up and then we're going to get right into it. Now, I'm not going to make this reading too long because for one, I ain't got much battery. And for two, I ain't been on here in a couple of days. So I just wanted to get a few messages out at least for today. You know what I'm saying? Walking the streets. All right, let's see. Who could this reading... All right, whatever. Straight from the rip, huh? Alright, so collective, you could be a Virgo or you could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be patient at this time or needing to practice patience at this time in regards to a situation. This could be in regards to a new job. Maybe you're looking for a new job and this could be taking some time. So you could be needing to be patient when it comes to finding a new job. Also, too, if this is in regards to self-employment, if this is a business or a trade that you've started collective, you may not be seeing harvest at this time. So you're needing to be patient in this situation and just continue working to establish this and get it to where you need it to be. So you could be perfecting your craft. You could be um, making sure that you bring quality in a situation. You could just be working on yourself. Like I said, working on your craft. You could be becoming a master when it comes to this self-employment, this business, this trade or craft. And you could be hard at work. You could be working hard. You could be very committed to whatever this is, very dedicated. As you see the person working hard. So whatever this is that you've started, whether a new business, whether a craft, it does have the potential to bring harvest collective. So you're just needing to be patient when it comes to seeing the harvest, when it comes to whatever this is. And then we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Also Virgo energy. So you could be getting bad news at this time, collective, if you are this Virgo. Or you could be a Virgo dealing with another Virgo. And there could be another Virgo that is receiving bad news and worldly affairs. They could feel like they have a lack of purpose. And this person could lack common sense. They could be irresponsible. So while you are hard at work at something, there could be another Virgo if you dealt with this person, or this could be a friend, family member, associated, whoever this is in your midst. It could just be another Virgo who is seen like this. Or also, too, if it's not that, while you could have been hard working, collective, maybe you were receiving bad news when it came to jobs. So maybe you didn't get a job. If you were looking for a new job, like I said, you could be needing to be patient when it comes to getting a new job, because you could be getting rejected for certain jobs at this time. So this could be having you feeling discouraged. But someone could be viewing you as having a lack of common sense. They could view you as being irresponsible as well, if this is not another Virgo. And then we have defeat in the upright. So you not getting good news when it comes to this job search, or this could be in regards to a relationship. If you had a relationship with another Virgo, um, because this person lacked common sense and they're irresponsible, you could feel like you could just feel defeated in the situation, collective. You could feel like you failed this person, or this Virgo could feel like they failed you. Um, so there could be a change. So you could be walking away from this person, or this person could be walking away from people at this time. They could be self-sacrificing, self-sabotaging, or this Virgo could have worked with an Aquarius to try and defeat you, collective, because they seen that you were hard at work, or that you were trying to get a new job, or that you had a new job. If they had you lose a new job, collective, it was because they wanted to defeat you, collective. They wanted to make it seem like you were self-sacrificing, you were self-sabotaging, so you could come off as having this lack of common sense and being irresponsible. So they could have purposefully got you to lose a job, or caused you to lose a job, so that you could look like you had a lack of common sense and that you were someone that was irresponsible. And this is all because they wanted to defeat you, collective. Like I said, this could be a Virgo who was working with an Aquarius, or this could have been an Aquarius doing this towards you, collective. So they could have been doing things towards you so that you would um, have inappropriate behavior. They could have wanted you to be deceptive, so they could have been being deceptive towards you, being deceptive towards you behind your back, collective. But this could be someone that you haven't been communicating with, collective. And because you haven't been communicating with them, they could be very aggressive towards you and wanting to bully you because you're not communicating with them. So they could just want you to feel intimidated. They could want you to be in pain. Maybe they fail in regards to a situation with you, collective. Or if they couldn't defeat you, they could feel like a failure and wanting to bully you and intimidate you because they could have failed at defeating you, failed at getting you to self-sacrifice and self-sabotage, getting you to walk away from something. So maybe this Aquarius wanted you to walk away from this new job of yours, or this business, collective. They wanted you to walk away from your investments, collective. Wanted you to walk away from something that you could have been working hard on, that you were committed to. And because you didn't self-sabotage, self-sacrifice, and walk away from whatever this is, they could be upset and wanting to bully you. They could be very aggressive towards you, like I said, wanting to intimidate you, because their way of defeating you was to get you to self-sacrifice and self-sabotage by letting this business, trade, or craft go, or this new job, collective. They wanted you to surrender in a situation, and because you didn't surrender, they want to bully you. Like I said, they could have done all this because they wanted you to be viewed as irresponsible. So you self-sabotaging and walking away from a situation would have been you being seen as irresponsible. And then we have balance in the reverse. So you could have had a lack of balance at one point, collective. You could have been disorganized. You could be in poverty. And you could have been making poor financial decisions. Or there could have been a Capricorn working with this Aquarius, wanting you to have a lack of balance. Or like I said, this was their whole motive, to have you self-sacrifice and self-sabotage, so your life could be out of balance, so things could be out of order, and you could be in poverty or stuck in poverty. So they could have done things behind the scenes to make you or force you into making poor financial decisions, or they could have wanted you to be seen as unbalanced, like you were making poor financial decisions, and that's why things weren't working out for you. That's why you weren't gaining harvest, or that's why you were in poverty, because you made poor financial decisions, when really it could have been due to this Aquarius and this Capricorn wanting to defeat you by trying to force you into self-sacrificing and self-sabotaging by walking away from your investments. Like I said, whether a new job, business, trade, craft, or all the above, if you were just doing different things that could have brought harvest to you, collective, they wanted you to self-sabotage, so they could have been bullying you in the background, trying to make it seem like it was just due to your choices on why you were in the situation that you were in. Like I said, if you were in poverty because of this, they wanted it to seem like you were in poverty because you had a lack of common sense and you were irresponsible. So they wanted to be hidden in the situation, as if they had no hand in putting you in the situation. They wanted it to be seen as if it was all to your doing, like you just didn't want to put the work in, like you were just bad news, collective, like you were just bad, like you deserved what you were going through, or that you put yourself in that situation. And then we got marriage in the reverse. So someone could be in a happy home. I meant happy, not happy. Unhappy. Somebody could be in an unhappy home at this time. They could have an unhappy family life. They could have a dysfunctional family. So, collective, you could have a family with a Pisces, and it could be unhappy, collective. Um, your family with this person could be dysfunctional. You could view it as such. So maybe whatever it is that you have with this person could be in a reverse. Or if there was a Pisces that wanted to marry you, collective, they could be in a reverse. This marriage could be in a reverse because you don't want to marry whoever this Pisces is. Like I said, if this is your if you have a family with this person, you could view it as dysfunctional, and that's why you don't want to marry this person. You could feel like you guys would have a happy home, an unhappy home with this person. Now, if you were with this person before, this could have been an unhappy situation. You guys could have had an unhappy home, so you don't want to go back to whatever this is. Like I said, if this was just someone you had a family with, they could have wanted to marry you, and you didn't want to marry this person because you knew that you would be unhappy because it was unhappy before, and could still be unhappy and dysfunctional when dealing with this person. Now, I don't know if this Pisces orchestrated this because they wanted marriage and you didn't want to marry them, or after them having a hand in trying to have you in this situation, have you in poverty. They can want to come and marry you, but you don't want to marry this person, like I said, because you could know that they had a hand in putting you in poverty, causing you to lose jobs, and trying to get you to walk away from certain things and situations, just trying to defeat you because you don't want to be with this person. And then we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So, whoever this Pisces is, they could have been challenging your traditions. They could have been working with the Taurus to do this, because this Taurus could be someone who is non-traditional, or this Pisces could just deal with or be friends with or heard or advice from people who are non-traditional and live non-traditional lifestyles and relationships. They could have tried to reverse the roles on you, collective, if you are someone that is traditional. So they could have just wanted you to be very careless dealing with people that was non-traditional. And because you didn't want to marry this Pisces, they could have sent this Taurus your way to challenge your traditions, collective. And then we got Strength in the upright. So you could have needed strength in this situation. Like I said, these people were bullying you, being aggressive towards you, causing you to lose jobs, trying to make you walk away from investments or certain situations that could have been fruitful for you. They just wanted you to be in poverty, collective. But you needed strength through this. You needed inner strength. You needed courage, bravery to get through this, self-confidence, compassion. So you could have needed to have compassion for yourself. You could have been taming the beast within, because this situation could have had you very upset, very frustrated. You needed to you could have needed to gain control in the situation, collective, because like I said, things could have been out of balance at one point, because they were getting you to lose out on certain things that would have had you balanced. But you could be overcoming at this time because of your ability to tame yourself or tame certain things and gain some sort of control, collective. But you could have been doubting yourself at one point, feeling like you weren't able to overcome this, collective. But you could be focused, and you could have remained patient. Like I said, you could have remained patient when it came to working on whatever you were working on, instead of self-sabotaging. So you could be someone with a lot of courage and perseverance. Now, there could also be a Leo involved that you could have needed strength when going up against, because this person could have also been challenging your traditions. Like I said, whoever this Pisces is, because you didn't want to marry this person, they could have just been sending lovers your way that were non-traditional, trying to challenge your traditions, because they could have felt like, if you don't want to marry me, then who are you with? Who are you marrying? Or you must just be out here doing anything and everything or everyone. So they could have just been sending people your way that was non-traditional, collective. They could have been trying to test your strength, collective. Now, also, too, what I'm getting, if it isn't this Pisces that want marriage with you, collective, it could be one of these other parties that wanted marriage with you, or there could be a couple people that want marriage with you, but they could be testing your strength right now to see if they could challenge your traditions, because they either want you to be in an unhappy home, or they could like I said, want you to be in an unhappy home with them, because these are people that's non-traditional. So they could like to deal with many suitors at once, and they could want you to do the same. All right, let's see what else. Any more messages for this reading? May I please have the messages for this reading, Spirit? Yeah. Oh. So we got numbing. So someone could be numbing out at this time. They could be self-medicating. They could suffer from addictions. They could have irrational behavior. So like I said, somebody in this situation or multiple people could be upset, aggressive, acting irrational because you don't want to get married, and because you don't want to get married to a certain person or just to someone who's non-traditional. This could be upsetting them, collective, because they're because what they want for you, you don't want for you, collective. You don't want to be in a non-traditional marriage with someone that you're going to have an unhappy home with. And because you won't settle for this, they could be wanting you to be in poverty, or if you're already in poverty, they could be wanting you to remain in poverty. So maybe these people needed strength when coming up against you, collective. Because like I said, whoever the Aquarius in the situation, they could feel like they failed at defeating you. So one of these people could be numbing out the pain of you not wanting to get married, or trying to numb out the fact that they couldn't defeat you. So they could be self-medicating at this time, or they could have just wanted you to be in this energy to where you were numbing the pain, wanted things to be so painful, you to be so stressed out, where everything that they were doing towards you to get you to lose in a situation, that you would start self-medicating, that you would have addictions, collective. So this could be people that suffer from addictions, and they could have wanted you to suffer from addictions as well, collective, so that you would be into the things that they were into. They wanted you to have irrational behavior, so they could have thought that trying to get you to lose jobs and walk away from jobs or your business, your craft, or different things, trying to have your life unbalanced, it would get you to act irrational. And maybe this irrational behavior could have been for you to turn to non-traditional beliefs. Like I said, if you are someone who is traditional, these people wanted you to be non-traditional because this is what they're into. So they wanted to force their will on you to make you believe in what they believe in, want what they want. And then we have brick walls. So you could feel like um this situation is like hitting a brick wall, or trying to talk to these people is like hitting a brick wall, because you could have expressed to these people what you believe in, what you're willing to accept, and what you're not willing to accept, and these people just could not accept it. These suitors, or whoever these people are that want you to bend to their will, but talking to these people or trying to get through to these people could be like hitting a brick wall. So you could be defensive at this time, or you could just be guarded towards these people. You could be hard to reach at this time. They could be mad because they feel like trying to get to you and try to make you change your beliefs is like hitting a brick wall because you're not bending to their will. You're remaining defensive towards them. You're remaining guarded, and you're hard to reach at this time. So it just seemed like either party just they want what they want, like you want what you want in this situation, and they can want what they want, and it seemed like motherfuckers ain't trying to back down. Excuse my language. All right. Any more messages for this reading? Spirit, any more? Any more messages for this reading? Up. And we got rebound. So like I said, these people could have just wanted you to be their rebound collective. They wanted to be flighty in your life. They wanted you to be a temporary option. They wanted to come towards you with unpredictable intentions. Like I said, they wanted to be in and out of your life. If they wanted to come, they didn't want you to be married. And if you were married, they wanted you to have an unhappy marriage. They wanted you to be married to someone who is a cheater, someone who is going to step out of the marriage collective, someone that you would have had an unhappy home with. It would have been very dysfunctional. So they wanted you to be with someone like that because these are these people. So maybe some of these people could want to marry you, but they're into other people. Like they're non-traditional. They don't believe in just being with one person. Or they could want you to be a rebound to their marriage. So one of these people, or this could have been many suitors, if you dealt with these people in the past, they could have just wanted you to be a rebound to their marriages. So this could be people that's married, collective, or in committed relationships that just wanted you to be a rebound to their situations. They wanted to be able to come in and out whenever they please. Any more? Any more for this reading, Spirit? Any more messages? May I please have the messages for this reading, Spirit? Whoa. Alright, so we got key player. So you could be a key player collective in someone's life, rather a Leo, a Taurus, or Aquarius, a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Pisces. Or like I said, if these were just all suitors that you've dealt with in the past, even though they could have been in marriages or in committed relationships, or just with you and still exploring their options, they could have viewed you as the key player because you are important, collective, or they view you important because of your investments, because of the hard work that you put in. But they could view you as playing an essential role in some sort. What the fuck is that? That jewel was huge. But they could view you as irreplaceable. So if you dealt with these people in the past, now they could be seeing you as you were irreplaceable because you were the key player in these people's lives or in their relationships. So maybe with who they were dealing with and who they've dealt with after you, they realized that no one could compare to you and no one could replace your spot, collective. Now, I don't know if you played the rebound in these people's lives in the past And that's why they thought that they could continue to keep you stuck with dealing with non-traditional situations, being the rebound to their relationships. But you could have changed and you could have stood on traditional beliefs. And now that you are gone and not willing to be the rebound to their situations, they could be seeing you as the key player, missing the fact that missing what you brought to the table and viewing you as irreplaceable. And then we have Fugo. Chemistry, intense passion, things are heating up. So someone could feel like they have chemistry with you, collective, or this could be people that you had chemistry with, intense passions with. So these could be suitors or lovers that really was into the passion with you, if you know what I'm saying. And then we have the cleanse. So you could be cleansing these people out of your energy, collective. You could be detoxing at this time or detoxing your ways, collective. Purifying yourself, ridding negativity. You could realize being a part of these people's situations, playing a rebound, could have brought a lot of negativity towards you, collective. And you could just be trying to get rid of this, purify yourself, focus on traditional beliefs instead of what you used to do in the past as far as being these people's rebounds, dealing with non-traditional lifestyles and relationships. You could just be cleansing everything at this time, detoxing from situations, people, places, and things. And then we got ghost. No closure, cowardice, disappearing act. So someone could have ghosted you, collective. So they could feel like, or you could feel like you had no closure in a situation, or you could have ghosted someone and they could be feeling this way, like they have no closure. They could feel like you were a coward for ghosting them because you could have just up and disappeared on this person, or someone could have done this to you, collective. Now, if someone disappeared on you, ghosted you, collective, they could have done this in a very coward way. So, like I said, they could have just not even said anything to you, just disappear on you, collective. And after them ghosting you, you could have started to cleanse and detox. But this could have been someone that you shared chemistry with, that you had intense passions with. But now after ghosting you, they could view you as the key player. They could see you as important now after ghosting you. But they just wanted you to be a rebound. And then we got repo. So because you've been unbalanced and these people has caused you to lose jobs and try to make you walk away from certain investments, you could be in poverty, like I said, and also facing repo, collective, or this is what these people could have wanted for you, collective. They wanted you to be default on payments. They wanted you to be seen as financially incapable, or wanted you to be financially incapable because you weren't willing to be a rebound to their situations. So they could have wanted your assets to be repossessed just because you didn't want to be a rebound to their situation. They didn't like the fact that you cleansed them out of your energy, that you detoxed and you no longer wanted to be the rebound in the situation anymore. So maybe they felt like if they were able to get you to lose jobs, um, be unbalanced, collective, be in poverty, get your assets repoed, that you would go back to wanting to be someone's rebound or these lovers' rebounds and go back into a non-traditional situation. And then we got kinky ways. So yeah, these people could just be thinking about you sexually or wanted you sexually, collective. Maybe they view you as the best one out of their options when it comes to smex wise. They could feel like you fulfill their fantasies and their fetishes. They could feel like you are someone who is sexually open. Now, someone could want you to be sexually open because they're looking to explore. Like I said, wanting you to be their rebound. So they feel like in order to get their way, in order for you to be sexually open to them, that they have to make you lose everything, lose your assets just for you to be in this energy of wanting non-traditional relationships and go back to living a non-traditional lifestyle of being a damn rebound. And they feel like the only way to do this, because you have cleansed them out your energy, you have detoxed and purified, the only way that they could get you back into this situation of dealing with this is to make you lose all your assets. So that's why they've been bullying you, collective, being aggressive towards you, causing you pain, trying to intimidate you, trying to make you fail, collective, getting you to lose jobs, trying to make you walk away from certain situations and self-sacrifice, all because they want what they want. All because they want you to satisfy their sexual ways. And then we got laughter. So you could be laughing at this time, collective, because you were able to cleanse and purify yourself from these people and ghost these people. Or you could be viewing the fact that someone ghosted you as a good thing, collective. You could see this person has taken the trash out themselves. So you could be laughing at this time because you are healing. So you could be filled with joy at this time because you aren't dealing with people like this, because you aren't being a rebound to someone's relationship or marriage. So this could be making you feel good. You could just feel good because you were able to purify yourself and rid the negativity of dealing with situations like this. And then we have detective. So someone could be playing detective at this time. They could be snooping around, collective, trying to see what else you're doing, collective, trying to see what else they could stop, trying to see what else they could do to cause you to want to be in a non-traditional relationship. They could be trying to dig up dirt on you, collective, to accuse you of something because you're not doing what they want you to do, because you're not wanting to be this rebound to their situation. Now they want to accuse you of doing something, dig up dirt on you. They could have a detective following you as well. So they could have a detective snooping on you, trying to find dirt on you so that they could accuse you of something because they see that you're happy. They see that you've cleansed yourself and you're not in any negative situations and you're not wanting to deal with the negativity, because they see that you're happy all by yourself and not wanting to be in a negative situation with them or anybody else, they could be wanting to dig up dirt on you. I don't know what the heck that noise is. Hold up. I can't even reach anymore for this reading, spirits. So we got chained. So these people could have wanted you to be codependent, or someone could have wanted you codependent on them, collective. That could have been another reason why they wanted your assets repossessed and your life to be unbalanced, you to be unorganized, you to be in poverty, because they wanted you to be codependent on them, codependent on situations, to where you would be the rebound in a situation. They just wanted you to have an unhealthy attachment to people like this, or to them, collective. They wanted to weigh you down. Like I said, if they were trying to bring you to a point where you was in so much pain and stress, they wanted you to a point where you would have addictions, collective, to where you would have irrational behavior, just acting out of anger, or acting just irrational, like I said, due to trying to numb the pain of what they've caused you for taking, trying to take, trying to make you take losses and be unbalanced in life, because they wanted you to feel weighed down from all of this, so you could just give in and say, fuck it, I just want to be a rebound now. I'll deal with being a rebound to your marriage or your relationship. That's all they wanted. Any, well, so we got Bonnie and Clyde. So someone could have been doing this with their partner, collective. So if their partner is okay with them going outside of their marriage or their relationship, or if this is a poly relationship, these people could be Bonnie and Clyde. So these could be relationships to where, like I said, these people that you have dealt with in the past, they could have been in poly relationships. They could have already been with people, and they could have been like Bonnie and Clyde because they were okay with the lifestyle that they were living. They could feel like it was them against the world, like they were dedicated to each other regardless of who was on the outside. Or someone could be feeling like they want a Bonnie and Clyde relationship with you, but I'm getting it's the first situation that I said, because we got receipts here. So there could be some sort of receipts on this Bonnie and Clyde. Like I said, if this is a couple or couples that were trying to do this, that's in poly relationships and just trying to force you into what they got going on, there could be receipts about this, or there could be receipts about what they've been doing to put you in poverty, collective, to try to get your assets repossessed. There could be evidence on these people, and they could be guilty as charged. They could be exposed for doing these things to you, collective, exposed for who they are and what their true intentions were on why they did what they did to you, or how you were even in the situation to begin with. So, like I said, they wanted it to seem like just because of you, how you were as a person, or what you were doing, your lack thereof is why you were in the position that you were in a position. But now they could be getting exposed for them actually being the reason to why you were in a position that you were in, because they were trying to force you to be a rebound to their situations. And then we have the blues. So someone could have the blues right now. They could be scared right now. They could be scared because there are receipts about what they've been doing when it comes to this situation. They could be scared because there's evidence. They're getting exposed. They could be guilty for something. There could be a detective that's watching, and they could be finding dirt on these people. They could be realizing that these people are guilty as charged for doing what they've been doing towards you, collective. So someone could be scared right now, heavy in their emotions, or these people could have wanted you to be depressed, collective, be in some mental distress over what they were doing, be in so much mental distress, like I said, to where you will want to go back to a situation of being a part of one of these couples' relationship, being the rebound. And then we have snack, because these people could view you as a snack, collective. They could be very obsessive over you, collective, over your sexual energy. Like I said, you could fulfill these people's fantasies and fetishes. They want you to be sexually open. They could view you as being physically attractive. They could feel like you have sex appeal. Any more for this reading, spirit? Any more? Any more? Alright. Probably be enough for that day. So we got love bombing. So someone could be wanting to love bomb you, collective. They could be overly attentive. They could be trying to shower you with affection. But it's all to get what they want, collective. So they could be coming in, laying it on thick, acting like they want to be affectionate towards you, when really they're only playing nice to get what they want. So once they even get you where they want you, collective, once they butter you up all good, they're going to force you into this situation. And once again, like I said, it's the same thing. They're just trying to think of other ways to go about this. And now they feel like they have to love bomb you in order to make this happen. So they might not even come and tell you that they're in a relationship still, or they could come and lie to you and tell you that they've gotten out of a situation, and then try to just tell you that they love you, they miss you, just lay it on thick, love bombing you, collective, and lying while they at it. But it's just to get what they want. It's just to get what they want. And then we got penny pinching. So you could be penny pinching at this time, having a financial struggle because of these people. You could be saving up at this time, or needing to save up, or you could be penny pinching because you are saving up for something. Maybe you're saving up for something because to avoid this repo, collective, or you could be needing to save up. So you could just be penny pinching, budgeting at this time, not really trying to spend on too much or just certain things at this time. Any more messages for this reading, spirits? Any more? Any more? Yeah, this definitely gonna be the last reading because I'm tired. I've been out all day. And then we got returning to one's roots and a reverse Scorpio energy. So you could be a Scorpio or you could have a Scorpio in your chart. You could be letting go of the past. Like I said, you could have cleansed from this past situation or these past situations that you were in. And you could be now focusing on the future, collective, focusing how to get back to where you need to be. You could be, like I said, budgeting at this time, saving up to try to get your life back in order, to try to fix what these people have messed up. The mess that they've created, you're trying to clean up while also detoxing and ridding yourself of negativity. So you could have matured in the situation, collective. You could have grew up from the situation. Like I said, you could have been young minded, just dealing with certain situations, just living these non-traditional lifestyles and being included in these non-traditional relationships, just living life, however. And now you could be growing up, collective. Now you could be traveling to far away places, or you could be far away from home at this time, far away from your hometown. You could have just left your home or left a home. This could be a childhood home, or you could be planning to leave home anymore. And then we have recognition in the upright. So you could be getting recognition at this time, collective, or there could be a Leo that's wanting to give you recognition. They could want to give you some sort of success, or you could be getting recognized at this time for your success, collective, because you were able to mature in a situation, cleanse yourself, purify yourself, and do what is necessary for you to get the victory in a situation. So you could be winning after dealing with this, collective. It's like I said, through everything that they've done to you to try to force you to go back to the past, to go back to dealing with these situations, you remain strong, and you could have remained on this journey of purification, cleansing yourself, ridding negativity and detoxing. So now after that period of cleansing yourself, you could be getting recognition. You could be having an advantage. You could be getting praise at this time. You could be getting accolades. You could be getting an award for something. Like I said, if you were working on a business, on a trade, or on a new job, or some hard work that you put in could have gotten you an award for something, collective. So your reputation, you could have built a good reputation when it comes to the hard work that you put in, being dedicated and committed to a situation. You could be coming to some sort of fame and goodwill. So you could be meeting celebrities or getting recognition from celebrities. You could have a lot of fans, well wishers, supporters. So you could be gaining supporters, gaining a crowd, collective, because of the hard work that you've put in. So it could have just been hard work on when it comes to trying to stay on track, purifying yourself and being traditional, because this could have been a choice for you, collective. It's rather go back to the past of being non-traditional or stay on the path of being traditional and purifying yourself. so that you could rid negativity. Any more? And then we got fulfillment in the reverse. So this Pisces that you had a dysfunctional family with, they could feel like their dreams are broken at this time. They could be having nightmares. They could be very unhappy. Like I said, they could be in an unhappy marriage if this person is married collective. They could be in an unhappy marriage. They could be headed toward destruction. Could be suffering from some sort of destruction. There could be a lot of destruction around them. So not only are their home flipped upside down, maybe because they couldn't pull off what they needed to pull off in regards to you, collective, or make you be seen in a certain way, or make you do what they wanted you to do. They could be headed towards destruction. They could be suffering a lack of accomplishment. Like I said, they didn't accomplish to defeat you, collective, to make you go back to non-traditional ways. So even if this is somebody that you have, somebody don't want me to talk, even if this is somebody that you have a family with, they have a very unhappy family. And like I said, just like the rest of these people, I don't know if they are friends to this person or who these people are that they work with to try and reach for the same goal. At the end of the day, whoever this is that you have a family with, kids with, they also wanted you to be a part of their marriage, collective. Or if they are not married, they wanted you to marry them. But this is someone who is non-traditional. This is someone that you had an unhappy home with in the past. It's someone you have a dysfunctional family with because they are what? Non-traditional. So this person could like to cheat, explore their options, have their kinky ways, do whatever they want to do, even while being in a marriage or a committed relationship. And because they couldn't get you to go back to the path of being non-traditional and you actually focused on yourself, cleansing yourself, purifying yourself, they could feel like they failed to accomplish what they were trying to do. Because like I said, the whole goal was to make you seem to the public like you were just going through this, going through bad luck, being having an unbalance or imbalance in life and poverty, things just not going right, all because of you, when in all reality it was because of these people trying to force you to go back to your old ways because they didn't like the change that you were going through. They didn't like the new you trying to rid yourself of negativity and not have to do with anybody else's relationship. You were just solely focused on you and what you were doing, being patient when it comes to the hard work that you put in, when it comes to a business, a craft, or a new job. You were just focused on these things, focused on trying to get your life in order. And these people wanted you to focus on smacks and being the rebound to their situation. So now this Pisces is unfulfilled. And as always, we already know they could have been attacking you psychically, collective. Because I'm pretty sure we got every chakra out here. Yep. Solar plexus. We got, they could have been attacking so that you wouldn't have power in a situation. They wanted you to feel powerless. Like I said, if this is how they wanted you, for you to be in the blues, for you to be scared, not knowing what was going to happen, wanting you to be scared if your assets were going to be repoed, collective, just wanting you to be mental distress, heavily overloaded in your emotions, collective. So they knew with you being able to focus on what you were building and you continuing to red out the negativity and cleanse yourself, that you would be in your power, collective, and you would be able to do what is necessary to take care of what you have to take care of. So there would not even be a need for you to be in anybody else's situation to be a rebound, because what could they offer you if you're able to do things on your own? So they could have been attacking your solar plexus so you would be powerless. They could have also been attacking your root chakra because they didn't want you to be secure. Like I said, they wanted your life to be off balance. They wanted you to come off as irresponsible. They could have also been attacking your third eye, collective, because they didn't want you to use your intuition when it came to what they were doing. They also could attack your sacral chakra. If you are someone that is creative, if you have a creative business, they could have not wanted you to create or come off as creative or get recognition for your creativity, collective. So they could have been attacking your sacral chakra so you couldn't be creative, or so you couldn't get the recognition. That song "What You Do to Me" is on. Uh, no, Hey There, Delilah. That's the name of it, but he said, "What you do to me?" So I don't know what you do to these people, collective, but you obviously do something to them. Like I said, they feel like you could fulfill their fantasies and their fetishes. So what you do to them, collective? But they also could have been attacking your throat chakra as well, so you couldn't communicate. So if you need to communicate, or if you do something in communications, they didn't want you to be able to communicate clearly. Or if you do something in regards to your intuition, collective, they didn't want you, they not only didn't want you to be able to see, be able to have your intuition at your highest points so that you would be able to see. They didn't want you to communicate what you were seeing or what they were doing. So your intuition could have been telling you what they were doing, but they wanted to attack your intuition so that you couldn't see, and as well as attack your throat chakra so you couldn't communicate about what you saw in regards to your intuition, what it was telling you about these people and what they were doing. Then they also could have been attacking your heart chakra because they didn't want you to embody love, collective. Maybe you are a loving person and they didn't want you to come off as loving. Like I said, they wanted you to be viewed as someone who lacked common sense. They wanted you to have a bad reputation, collective. They didn't want you to have love or find love. So they felt like if they put you in a position to where you weren't of love or lovable, that you wouldn't find someone who is traditional like you. You would just keep finding people or meeting people who were just like them, non-traditional, only looking for rebounds. gonna pull a few more, and I'm about to end this thing. Any last messages for this reading, Spirit? Any last messages? Because you can hear me getting tired. Let's see here. Alright, so we got burden in the reverse. So there could be a Sagittarius that's also involved in this. They could be having insurmountable problems at this time. They could be duty bound to something. So maybe this is someone's lover, someone's spouse, and they could feel like it is a duty to be with this person, or their duties to find people to indulge with them and their mate. Or they could be chained up by something or someone, and they are needing to do as they're told. Or they could, or the Sagittarius could have wanted you to be burdened so that you would do what you're told. They wanted you to be duty bound, to just be fulfilling these poly relationships needs, pretty much. And then we got rest in the upright. So you could be a Libra, or you could have Libra in your chart. You could be needing to rest at this time, because you could be fearing something. You could be having anxiety. You could be stressed out from this. You could be having mental overload and need to empty. You could be, like I said, relaxing, needing to rest. You can need peace and tranquility in a situation after dealing with all these aggressive people trying to bully you. So you could be meditating at this time, or needing to meditate, or needing rest after all of this. And then we have the Tower in the upright, because these people could have tried to bring a tower to you. Like I said, they wanted your assets to be repossessed. So that could have been the tower that they wanted to bring to you, or they could have brought multiple towers to you because of them trying to force you to be a part of their situation. So they could have put you through 16 towers, collective. So you could have went through a lot of chaos and destruction because of what these people have done to you. They could have caused all of this. They wanted things to come as sudden upheaval. So they wanted things to happen suddenly for you, just out of the blue, so that you could be caught off guard. It could be unexpected, and they could just rush in and love bomb you, collective, so that they could get what they want out of you. So they could have done this multiple times. This could have been multiple people that came in with the same game plan. Up, I'm gonna love bomb collective so I could get what I want. And if you didn't do it, what they do? They cause chaos. They bring destruction to you. And they do it all over again. They wanted you to go through unexpected change, collective. Like I said, if they wanted just, I'm about to say your ish to be repoed, they wanted this to be unexpected. They wanted to cause a disaster for your life. Wanted you to go through multiple losses, tragedy. They wanted you to be confused. Like I said, they were attacking your third eye, your intuition. So they wanted you to be confused on where it was coming from, why these things were happening, collective. Confused on how to get out of this situation. They just wanted you to be in pain. They could have put you through a lot of pain, collective. Now, there could also be someone that is getting a divorce as well. So there could be a Pisces that's getting a divorce because they're in an unhappy home or unhappy marriage with someone. If this Pisces is married, or there could be people going through divorces as a backfire. So because they couldn't get you to join their situations, that could have caused a lot of chaos and destruction in their homes, which could have resulted in people getting divorces. So people could also be going through bankruptcy, or they could have wanted to have you suffer from so many losses that you would have to file for bankruptcy, collective. They could have caused natural disasters around you as well to have you worried about that. And then we have unemployment. Like I said, they could have caused you to lose jobs. They could still be trying to cause you to lose jobs. Or as a backfire, there could be people losing their jobs because they got you to, or tried to get you to lose your job. Or they could have done this in the past, actually gotten you to lose jobs in the past, and now this could be coming back on them to where someone could be losing their job in this situation. There could be accidents happening as well. So people could be going through accidents as a backfire as well. So people could just be getting hit from all angles when it came to everything that they wanted for you. They could be getting it back in return. So after putting you through tower after tower, now the tower could be hitting these people. And then we got the Knight of Swords in the upright. So this Aquarius could now be in the upright after feeling like they failed to defeat you, collective. So they could be wanting to bring in a big change, an opportunity for you. They could be wanting to seize the moment. So they could be coming towards you, collective, or they could be leaving. Like if this is someone that you are with or someone that's around you who has stirred up some sort of drama, they could be leaving because, like I said, they could be failing. They could be feeling like a failure to defeat you, collective. So they could be surrendering and just leaving you alone, collective, leaving the situation alone, um leaving from where you are if they're near you, collective. So they could just be being honest about the situation now, honest with themselves, collective. But this person could be impatient, or if this person is coming towards you with a opportunity that could be a big change for you, they could be wanting to come in like Captain Save 'em. And it could be very talkative, but they could be impatient when it comes to this action that they're wanting to take towards you. But they could be very bold when coming towards you with whatever this opportunity is. Maybe they feel like you'll seize the moment with whatever this opportunity is that they'll bring you. But they could be very impulsive when bringing you this opportunity. And they could be very bold, like I said. They could be very confident in whatever this is. They feel like whatever this opportunity is, that you will take it because it will bring a big change to your life. Now, if it ain't that, you could just be getting a big change because you were able to get through this tower, go through these towers, and still able to remain pure and cleanse yourself And like I said, with the recognition that you are getting, the recognition could be bringing you this big change, or you could be getting a new job, or this business could be taking off for you, which is bringing in this big change. So you could be taking the opportunity as well to seize the moment when it comes to a new job or self-employment, collective. Now, this could be something in communications where you're talking, so you could be very talkative because you're someone that has wit. You know what you're talking about. You're someone that's very honest and direct. But whatever this is, you could be impatient when it comes to it. And you could feel like you acted off impulse when it came to this opportunity that brought you some sort of big change, or you could feel like it will bring you big change. But you could just be bold in your stance. Maybe you're wanting to leave somewhere, collective. But take it how it resonates. Now I'm going to pull. Man, I don't really want to pull them these. We gonna pull some Lost Girl, Maid Woman, a High Priestess. Yeah, I ain't gonna do all the other ones because I'm tired. Eyes of Tarts. One time for that one time. Alright. Any more messages for this reading, spirits? Whoa. Alright, so we got the Matrix. So you could have felt like you were stuck in the Matrix, collective. You could have felt like you were stuck repeating cycles. You may have needed to look for the signs of what you were dealing with and how to get out of them. You could be someone who likes to go in nature, or you may need to go in nature to be able to help you during this cleanse so that you could connect with Mother Gaia to get grounded. So you could have needed to ground yourself after dealing with this situation or these situations. And then we have there's light at the end of the tunnel. So if you felt like you were stuck repeating cycles, stuck in the matrix, there is light at the end of the tunnel, collective. You just need to keep going when it comes to purifying yourself, getting yourself grounded, being patient when it comes to a new job or looking for a new job or a business that you are starting, self-employment, a craft, whatever it is. You're just needing to remain patient and keep going. And then we have Twin Flame, Yin and Yang, pulling up the heartstring soul mission. So there could be a twin flame that is coming your way after you dealing with this situation, after you getting stuck from repeating cycles, after you purifying yourself and staying on this traditional path and not going back to these non-traditional lifestyles and relationships. Now you could be coming into your soul mission of being with a twin flame of yours, collective. And if not, one of these people could have been your twin flame, collective, even if they were just meant to cross your path to teach you a lesson on how not to repeat cycles, or to get you off this path of non-traditional things, situations, and relationships. And then we have ancestral protection. So you could be being protected at this time. You could be getting protected and shielded from psychic attacks. There could be blockages that are being cleared away because shamans could be trying to access your gifts and healing abilities. So you could have needed to go through this so that you could heal, collective, because you have healing abilities. You could have needed to go through this because you could have not known that these people were accessing your gifts or trying to access your gifts. One way that they could have tried to access your gifts is through sexual energy. So they could have probably, well, not probably, they could have wanted you a part of their situation so that they could take your gifts through sexual encounters. So not only were they benefit, or not only would they benefit, their mate, their spouse would also benefit off of your gifts if you're giving yourself to them sexually, if you are someone who is sexually open. Anymore. Anymore. So we got ancient Egyptian goddess of Isis. So you could be an ancient Egyptian goddess. I can't talk right now. Yeah, I'm tired. So you could be being protected by your ancestors because you are an ancient Egyptian goddess. Any more additional messages so I could close this reading out? So we got manipulation. So these people were definitely trying to manipulate you, collective. They were manipulating a lot of people, collective, so that they could get done what they needed to get done. And they were doing this by using manipulation. And then we have soulmate. So someone could be your soulmate, or you could have dealt with soulmates that were being manipulative, or someone could be trying to manipulate your soulmate. Maybe they wanted this soulmate, and soulmate could be your twin flame. Maybe they wanted them to believe that you were non-traditional, that you were their rebounds, collective. So they could have tried to force you into this so that they could make it seem like it's true that you were actually their rebound. And then we have Cancer. So there could be a Cancer involved, whether Cancer is your soulmate that people tried to manipulate when it came to you, collective. Or there could be a Cancer who's trying to manipulate a soulmate of yours. But they could be getting jail time, collective. Either them or Sagittarius, because we got duty bound on this card, so they could be bound to jail, in jail. And then we got family matters. So you could be dealing with family matters. Like I said, if you have a family with someone. And we have delayed. So something could be delayed at this time for you, collective. Like I said, if it's been a hard time finding a job, things could just be being delayed, or things could be being delayed in regards to self-employment, or just something that you're trying to do or bring into fruition, or a family situation could be delayed as well. And then we have homeless. So you could be homeless, collective, or someone could be headed toward homelessness. Like I said, if you were in poverty, you could be this person that's homeless anymore. And then we have healing. But you could be healing at this time, as we already said, healing, cleansing, purifying yourself at this time. But, yeah. Collective. That was your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. Deuces, I holla, because I ain't pulling all that other, you know what I'm saying? But please like, share, and subscribe. Again, if you would like to indulge or participate in an event session, the information is in the description box, as well as if you would like to donate to my channel, the information is also in the description box. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good night and a great morning when you wake the next morning. But anyways, like I said, deuces. I holla.